Welcome to the first part of our LATV mini economic series. During the next sessions, we will have a look at the economic prospects of Latin American countries. Tonight we'll start off by having a look at poverty. Since a few years, many Latin American governments have put much effort in reducing the poverty rate, as it seems that long-term and stable economic growth is only possible with an equal society. Please welcome three experts from Chile, Argentina and Mexico here in the studio. They work for different projects in their countries, which can all be seen as part of neostructuralist policies, as these focus not strictly on the economic growth, but also address equality in the same way as, again, these two seem to be deeply connected. Nadia, thank you for coming. You work for Oportunidades in Mexico, and on the Gini index by the World Bank, your country shows very low income equality and thus a high rate of poverty. What do you think is needed to establish wealth and to decrease the poverty level in your country?
Good evening, Sunima. Good evening, fellow colleagues. Thank you for inviting us today. So what I personally think is that many people forget that sustainable economic development cannot only be reached by promoting or by boosting demand and competitiveness, but also economics, while development comes hand in hand with promoting social policies, such as, well, in the domains of education and public health and in the light of the economic crisis Mexico has been facing in the last year and the huge foreign debts that Mexico has accumulated, well, the reforms implemented included cuts in public expenditures and cuts in social programs, which is, in my perspective, a big mistake. So if we want to improve the income inequality in our country, or in Latin American countries in general, the situation of the poor and the low social classes, we have to improve their human capital. And for this, we have to promote social programs such as the CCT, so the conditional cash transfer. And I personally work for Oportunidades, which is a government assistance program that transfer cashes to the poor under the condition that they send their children to school and provide them, well, with the basic education and basic health care, so with health checkups and what is needed for the children. So with these CCTs, we aim to lift the poor from their vulnerability and not to change specifically the economic performance as a whole, but we see this program as crucial for the sustainable development of our continent and country.
Well, thank you, that's very interesting. So, Helen, we just heard from Nadia that those CCTs, those conditional cash transfers, can be a good way to improve the equality level of one country, of your country. So, you work for the Asignación Universal por Hijo in Argentina, which is a similar program to Oportunidades in Mexico. Do you agree with Nadia that those CCTs are actually a good way to reduce the poverty in your country, or are there also limits or problems that you are facing from your own experience with your work, maybe?
Well, thank you. Well, of course, there are problems that we still try to solve. The main limit is that the program often don't consider the surrounding areas of people. So there are still a lot of places, also in Argentina, where there aren't schools or hospitals. So those families, or sometimes the quality is not as good. So those families, they don't have access to the program, or in some cases the children's educational health is still an issue. And another issue that should be considered is the absence of combining the different components of the social protection system. For example, at the moment there is a regulation that if you're benefiting from our program, you can't participate in another one. So this regulation is necessary for programs targeting similar needs, but becomes questionable if a family needs another program, like improving the employability for unemployed workers, and they can't use it.
Okay. So, Fritz, you work for Todos de Chile. which is a government program that also promotes the reduction of inequality through implementing social policies, which amongst others also includes an educational reform. Would you say that next to the CCTs we just heard of, that educational reforms are crucial for improving the poverty in one country, in your country?
Yes, I think education is crucial for overcoming poverty in Chile. The CCTs of the objectives would help to increase the human capital of the poor by investing in their education in order to create more jobs. By having the opportunity to improve their education, I would increase their chances on being included in the job market. Productivity increases, and with the creation of jobs, poverty will decrease, and thereby reducing the informal sector and to increase the formal sector for a higher capital income. To accomplish this, psychosocial support will be offered by the state with social services and program barriers, such as banning mandatory co-payments and removal of existing selection processes, and access to subsidies. This is also social protection to ensure that vulnerable populations do not fall back into poverty and to strengthen poverty measurement to better track the inclusion of growth.
Okay. So you all acknowledge that wealth does not trickle down automatically to the poor. So there's actually a need for state intervention alongside the free markets of the economy. Okay, well, thank you very much. We've already reached the end of this mini session tonight. I think we can conclude that macroeconomic development needs to begin with policies that focus on local development. These can be conditional cash transfers, as we've heard, but they must be combined with an improvement of educational policies. So reducing poverty through education and state-funded programs is a crucial factor for macroeconomic growth, as an educated and adequately paid workforce is the key to innovation, stable industries as well, and ultimately to macroeconomic development. We would therefore encourage Latin American governments, also in low-income countries, to continue with these new structural policies, but to be aware of the limits that CCTs and educational reforms bear. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for this session. We'll have a discussion coming up on Thursday, so you're all invited, and we look forward to it. Thank you very much.